Pretty young lineup tonight. Do you say anything extra to these guys that you haven't already said on a night like this?
No. Like, these guys have been working to get ready for this night for 3 weeks. They've done a nice job of it. You know, we feel like we're as ready as we can be. We've gone through all the stuff that we want to multiple times probably. We've had a lot of really good practice time, hence the optional skate today, right? Like, we've been on the ice a lot, trying to get the energy as high as we can for tonight. And I think the major key for tonight, which we'll touch on, is like we got to crank up the intensity and the competitiveness, right? It's going to take a jump from preseason to now because of the importance of the game, and we got to be prepared for that.
Just, I know the schedule is the schedule, but some of the things you've been saying about like needing more intensity and everything, do you think this place will help with that?
Well, it's not just us. Like, no one plays as hard as they can in exhibition, like especially the veteran guys, right? They're trying to get their reps in. They're trying, same in every league, and you know, regardless of the sport. Now it's, you know, this is for real. So it's the start of your season. You want to get off on the right foot. Our practices have grown more intense through the course of camp. The exhibition games got better and more intense and more competitive throughout the course of camp. As you expect, but there's still veteran players are still towing the line a little bit, right? And part of the game is bringing that intensity, winning those races, winning the 50-50 pucks. If you want to, you know, have success, you got to play with the puck, and it comes down to often, you know, the 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s that you're going to see in all those battles, and we got to come up with pucks. So it's just something to remind our guys about. It's not anything that they're not aware of already, though.
Chris McFarland mentioned not waiting for the cavalry to come in and just adopting a winning mindset out the gate. How can you embrace that as a coach with some of the challenges that you might encounter up front?
Yeah, I think it's just the message that we're sending. Like, I don't think there's anyone waiting for that to happen. There's going to be challenges along the way without good players like that out of the lineup. Whenever you're missing a player, 2 players, 3 players, it becomes more difficult to win. We talked about it the other day in practice already. Like, we're going to need everybody's best, right, from McKinnon and our top-end forwards to our goaltending to our D-core coming together, and then all of the forwards in between to excel in their roles. It's not good enough to just accept your role and play well in your role. We're going to need them to excel in order to have success. That's the kind of pressure we're putting on ourselves here early.
You ask players a lot about if they still feel the nerves before the first game. First game of the season, do you still get the butterflies a little bit?
And I think you should, you know. I think that it's an exciting time of year. Like, every game, there's got to be a little nervous energy, in my opinion. It means you care. You know, that's what it does. If your priorities are right and you're treating it like a big game, regardless of your self-talk and what you're saying to yourself, and you got to put in the preparation, and then you should have a little nervous energy to perform well, regardless of where you are in our lineup, because like I said, that means you care about what's going on and you're pushing yourself to be better.
A year ago, a lot of the talk was Ross hasn't played center at the NHL level. Now it's been a year. Does he seem a lot more comfortable right now?
Yeah, he does. I think he's finding areas to getting more consistent at getting in areas to receive the puck earlier in the middle of the ice, whether that's out of the D zone, in the neutral zone where he has some room to skate and then distribute it. It's a skill that you have to develop. I think he got better at it last year. The defending side of it, where to be, when to join our D down low in order to win battles while still being in good coverage in the slot. He's doing that pretty well. And now we have another guy that we've moved to that position in Kelly. We've done it in the past with Helm to great success, and it's just some of the needs that we have and guys that fit a certain mold, and I think they're both capable of it, and I think they're both getting better at it. I think Kelly's made huge strides in that area already, and we're just getting to game 1.
Unlike preseason, you can probably prepare for the lineup you'll be facing tonight a little bit more clearly. How does that change your expectation for your players?
Well, I mean, it's a tough lineup. Their strength of their team, for me, is the size and strength of their blue line, their mobility, the way they protect the net front, and then on top of that you add their center ice position and the guys that they have down the middle of the ice, and they're still missing Carlson, right? You got Eichel, Hurdle, Roy and Howden all down the middle with Carlson out. That is the strength of their game, protecting the interior of the ice in their D zone. They're big and strong on pucks on the offensive side of it, and they're going to make you work. Our guys know them well. I don't think there's any secrets from their team to our team. They know us well. We know them well. We have areas of the ice and ways that we want to try and attack them, and there's things you got to be aware of on the defensive side, and they'll be the same. So preparation and the right information going to the players when you're playing a team that you've seen for years with the same coaching staff is that's not the big secret, right? It's being able to execute under the things that they do well and making sure that we're taking care of things against them that they try to exploit as well.
Callum Ritchie's first game tonight. I think you got to deliver the news to him yesterday. How did he take the news, and did you have any words of advice for him?
Yeah, I think that he probably saw it coming. I mean, he had 2 days of practice on the second line, and we were cut down to 12 forwards there, so he was probably wondering when we were going to talk to him. He's excited. You know, his family's coming in, as he should be. He's earned it, though. You know, I think, that's the thing. We talked about it. Regardless of where he was drafted, that he's earned the right to be here. We're excited for the growth that he's already made, through the course of training camp and where we think we can get that to in a hurry here through the course of regular season. My advice to him is simple, just go play your game, be confident, continue to work on the things that we've been working on, and it's not life and death, but we want to see growth, and he's a mature kid. He's a guy that understands he's got areas of his game that he needs to work on and that he has certain strengths that can really help us. And I try to get him as clear as possible on the way I see his game and what his role is going to be so he's comfortable playing within those parameters.